Works. Here we go. So this company, LANDTOP, reached out to me and they asked, hey, Chris, would you like some implements? And I said, heck yeah. What do you got? I checked it out and they said, pick out a few things you think you could use on your channel to make videos of. So I did. And one of the things on my list, as you guys have been asking for forever, like 2 years, 3 years, is forks. Well, they sent me a pair, a set, a unit. Here it is. So we got them the other day and we mounted them, and very nice. So the name of the company is LANDTOP, and they make all kinds of different implements, and they're going to be sending me some other stuff apparently too, so that's cool. Now these forks are, like I said, I think they're 48-inch forks. The frame is 140 pounds. The forks themselves are right around 100 pounds. I didn't weigh them, I just lifted them, so that's what they felt like. So the whole thing maybe 350, something like that. And I think the lift capacity is 4,000 pounds on these. So they're not super heavy duty, but 4,000 pounds is more my tractor can lift anyway. My tractor's limits out at, I think, like 2,300, 2,400, something like that. So if you take the 400 off, so I can lift about 2,000 pounds. So well within the range. And these are gonna be really nice for moving stuff around here in the woodyard. So we'll be able to use these to move the totes around that are filled with cookies when we're done with them on the processor. We're going to be able to use these to stack the totes that Bert gets. So we'll have an extra set of frames that we'll put on here. Now the farmers had a set of forks that we've used for a long time, but they're for the skid steer, and they're a little different design. They're a little more set back so you can get more of a curl. And because of this, we found out you can't get a full curl with the skid steer because it'll hit back on the skid steer. This is more of a 90 degree, whereas the skid steer one is a sharper angle, the frame on that one. So this will actually be better for the tractor, which is good because that's what I've got. So we'll have two sets, we'll be able to get more work done that way. So when we got to move stuff, we'll have two sets of forks. We'll have the tractor and the skid steer to be able to move things around. So we can use this, like I said, for totes. We can use it for moving logs. So if we want to load the live deck with logs instead of using the grapple sometime. I think the benefit with using the forks is you can get more logs. I do know from watching Jesse Arndt's operation up there in Anago, they use forks all the time on their skid steer for loading their live deck on their processor because they put a bunch on at one time. They put a lot of logs on at once, and I think their forks might even be 60 inches. I think they're even longer yet. So they can load it up pretty heavy. So we'll have an extra set. It's got mounts here where you can put in some hay spears. There's like 3 different spots where you can put in some other attachments onto this unit, and obviously there's other things you can do with it. And it also has a receiver for a hitch, so we can put in a ball hitch right here so we can move stuff around in the yard that way. So that'll be kind of nice. I'll be able to use this if we want to move the trailers around and stuff. So it's going to be really handy. So I actually have a whole bunch of things today and tomorrow that I'm going to be doing with these forks that'll be on this video that you guys are going to get to see here. So I'll be using forks finally. So they sent me these hats, this one here, and I think this is going to go to Keith because he needs a new hat. There's Bert and Adam, but they have lots of hats. And I got the one on here, so it's a nice dark black hat. I like that. It's got stitching on it. That's cool. They sent me these signs I think we'll put up in the barn somewhere here. They got a warning, LANDTOP, heavy duty working. And then they got a safety thing here, a farm safety notice. Look at that. All kinds of stuff going on there. So we'll put those up, kind of like giant stickers. These are like laminated or something here. They should last quite a while. We'll put them up in the barn. And then they also sent me a rotatable USB car fan. And it's a LANDTOP fan. So that's pretty cool. So it's a little fan that I can mount either in my truck. Maybe we'll put it on the tractor, I'm thinking, but there's no USB port there in the tractor that I know of. It says it uses 5 volts, 1 amp to run the fan. I don't know, we'll do something with it. Maybe we'll mount it on the processor over there and mount it so that it can, on a hot day when we're processing, we can have a fan blowing on us. So that'll be kind of cool. So we're gonna get to work and do some stuff. So there's the forks, and you can see they're just a quick attach, skid steer mount style. So it works really good. And as far as moving them, you just pull this, these are spring-loaded pins right here, and then you can slide the forks themselves in and out. There is a gap right here, and what that allows you to do is there is a catch on the bottom. So once we slid it into the slot here, you get on this top groove, it kind of locks on, and then all you do is you slide this over to where these notches are, and then this pin drops in place. It's spring loaded. The one over here is not dropped in. So I'll kind of give this one just a little shove and see if we can get it to lock in here. There we go. Now it's down. So now they're locked in, so these won't move back and forth. So kind of like most skid steer attachments, with the forks work is this pin you just pull up and you can slide the forks back and forth. So like most of them. So this LANDTOP like frame right here is something I'll be able to put some other stuff on eventually too, because they've got it set up for some other things. So that's pretty cool. All right, well, let's do some unloading. So I went just a little while ago and picked up this orange piece of equipment at my buddy's place, because he's got a loading dock, because this piece of equipment here weighs about 380 pounds. So I didn't really want it delivered to my photography studio because I don't have a forklift there. Now that the tractor's not there anymore, I don't have any way to move anything. So my buddy, who's about a block and a half away, 2 blocks away, he has 2 loading docks and a flat dock, so everything can go right in there. So I have stuff shipped there all the time. So it's a piece of orange equipment from Easton Made. What could it possibly? You're probably wanting to know right now. Well, look at, there it is. Look at that. So folks, playpen construction, the new bin is done for today because it's raining. We got a big storm coming. So here it is, the LANDTOP forks. Did a bunch of moving and stuff. You got to see here, had a couple days worth of things I did with them. We moved some totes, we moved the new wedge from Easton Made, moved some pallets around, so they work really good. LANDTOP! That's all I got for today, folks. Come on back tomorrow, 5:30 a.m. with another video for you. Right now, you're going to go watch all the other videos on my channel. There's 1,400 waiting for you right now. Good night, Irene.